Healthy eating is vital at any age, even more so for older adults since nutritional needs change as you age, and so do your hormones. But this doesn't mean you need to go on some crazy diet plan, count calories, or avoid certain foods like the plague. Reaching the age of 50 is a milestone that often brings a new perspective on life, including how we look after our health. What we eat plays a crucial role in maintaining our well-being, especially as we grow older. Certain foods, once harmless or even beneficial, may not agree with us the same way they used to. In this video, we'll explore 10 foods that you might consider avoiding or limiting once you cross the half-century mark. Number 10. High-sodium foods. Sodium naturally occurs in whole foods, but processed foods introduce the most excess and dangerous amounts of sodium to aging diets. High sodium intake negatively affects aging bodies through increased fluid volumes in blood vessels, forcing higher pressure, hypertension, straining the kidneys as they struggle to excrete the overload, putting pressure on organs like the heart and eyes, exacerbating mineral imbalances and deficiencies. With age, kidney function and the number of functional nephrons decline. This reduces the body's capacity to filter excess sodium properly. What the kidneys cannot excrete builds up in blood, cells, and tissues, increasing fluid volumes. Eventually, serious health events like heart attacks, vascular dementia, kidney failure, blindness, or strokes occur. After age 50, sodium intake is directly associated with cardiovascular disease risk. Number 9. Prepackaged food. Who doesn't love a meal that's ready to eat with zero prep time? The only problem with this convenience is that you might not know what ingredients are in the food. You can't control how much salt, sugar, or preservatives are being added to your food. As an older adult, it's especially important to be aware of the ingredients in your food since nutrition guidelines change as you age. That's why the best thing is to make all of your own meals at home. You'll feel better, look better, and know exactly what's going onto your plate and into your body. Number 8. Alcohol. Moderate alcohol intake is associated with certain health benefits like reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, blood clots, and dementia. The body's ability to respond gradually worsens over time, so even small amounts of alcohol could have a worse impact compared to when you were younger. However, alcohol affects aging bodies differently, so intake should be carefully managed. The impacts of alcohol intensify after 50. As we age, the body loses muscle mass while gaining a higher percentage of body fat. This means older adults reach much higher blood alcohol concentrations compared to younger people consuming the same drink. Higher blood alcohol levels impair coordination, cognition, reaction time, mood, and libido to a greater degree. It also intensifies the drowsiness caused by alcohol, making activities like driving extremely dangerous. Number 7. Soda or soft drinks. Many people think that drinking diet soda is a good option. Fewer calories, no sugar. But recent research shows the opposite. There's compelling evidence that drinking diet soda increases belly fat and blood sugar, the risk of getting diabetes, your risk of developing dementia, and incident stroke. A 12-ounce can of cola contains 9 to 10 teaspoons of added sugar plus phosphoric acid for a tangy flavor. This floods the liver with sugar and fructose it's not equipped to process properly. As the body produces more insulin and fat in response, excess calories readily convert into visceral belly fat. This type of fat acts as an endocrine organ itself, secreting inflammatory signals, disturbing hormones, and increasing insulin resistance. Greater visceral fat stores are clearly associated with heightened colorectal cancer risk regardless of BMI. This may help explain why slender individuals can still get diseases of obesity like diabetes and cancer. Number 6. Fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, potato chips, corn chips, donuts, and other deep-fried foods pose multiple concerns for aging individuals. The act of frying food at extremely high temperatures introduces negative changes. Frying significantly increases the calorie, fat, sodium, and carbohydrate load of otherwise healthy ingredients like potatoes or chicken. The high fat and sodium content strains the heart, promotes weight gain in less active adults, and exacerbates digestive issues like acid reflux or ulcers. Eating fried foods just 1-3 times weekly elevates the risk of death from heart disease or stroke before 65 by 23% compared to less than once weekly. Number 5. Processed food. Processed meat refers to any type of food that has been changed from its original state, think hot dogs, bacon, and sausage. And if you're like most Americans, bacon is a breakfast staple and hot dogs are a cookout classic. But processed meat is at the top of the list of foods to avoid, since if you eat 50 g of processed meat every day, the nitrites used to processed meats combine with amino acids during digestion to form compounds called nitrosamines. These convert into free radicals and carcinogens proven to damage cell structures like DNA. Just small quantities of processed meat lead to higher cardiovascular mortality by over 18%. Frequent intake also heightens the incidence of stroke by 24%. A meta-analysis of over 800,000 participants confirmed just 50-gram portions of processed meat daily raise colorectal cancer likelihood by 18%. Breast and prostate cancer risks go up as well. Number 4. Coffee. Do you enjoy your morning coffee? How about a mid-afternoon pick-me-up in the form of a cup of joe? The thought alone probably makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But what if we told you that drinking coffee daily could be bad for your health? You may want to read on before making your next order at Starbucks. Coffee is one of the most popular drinks in America, with over 64% of adults consuming it daily. But despite the energy and mood-boosting effects, some concerning side effects come with excessive caffeine consumption, such as anxiety, sleep problems, high blood pressure, and digestive issues. Number 3. Low-fat foods. Why cut out low-fat foods? Because these often compensate by adding more sugar. This scientific study confirmed that low-fat foods were often laden with more sugar than their standard counterparts. If you look carefully at low-fat alternatives to yogurts, cereal, ice cream, and other foods marked as low-fat, then you'll likely notice that they're certainly not lacking in sugar. This isn't a blanket rule. Some low-fat foods are fine, but always check the packaging to see if the manufacturer compensated by loading them up with sugar. The term low-fat is a marketing term, and whilst it should indicate genuinely low-fat content, it doesn't give away much about the overall nutritional profile of the food or drink. Don't get tricked into thinking the switch to low-fat foods will be a silver bullet for your diet as you get older. Number 2. Takeaways. Takeaways usually come under the bracket of processed foods, but they're an issue unto themselves. The BBC documentary The Truth About Takeaways followed 15 people who ate takeaway twice a day, every day, for a fortnight. The vast majority reported feeling terrible by the end of the experiment. Scientific tests revealed that a host of adverse health effects had already started to take root. Reducing takeaway consumption is vital at any age, but all that salt and saturated fat become harder to process after 50. If you're a regular takeaway eater, take a close look at the kind of brands you choose. When you do have a takeaway, switch from highly processed choices like fried chicken and high street brand pizzas to international cuisine like Indian, ideally veg dishes with boiled rice. Go easy on the naans. Sushi, Thai, or authentic thin crust, Italian pizza. Not good, but not as bad as standard takeaway pizza. Let's make no bones about it. The healthiest choice is just to cut takeaways from your diet. Number 1. Processed desserts. Cookies, candies, cakes, ice cream, and packaged sweet bakery items qualify as processed desserts. They share common traits like added sugars, refined flour, and unhealthy fats that make them problematic for health after 50. The added sugars and refined carbs in sweets and desserts cause rapid blood sugar spikes. They contain little fiber, protein, or fat to slow digestion, so the surge of glucose entering the bloodstream triggers overproduction of insulin by the pancreas. When overwhelmed by continual sugar highs, cells start resisting signals from insulin. This insulin resistance causes blood sugar highs to persist uncontrollably, leading to type 2 diabetes. Prediabetes and diabetes rates do climb starting from age 45. Easy access to empty-calorie processed treats contributes to this rise in aging populations. Paying attention to diet becomes especially crucial around age 50 as the body grows more vulnerable to lifestyle factors that may accelerate aging and disease. Certain foods like processed desserts, fried fare, soda, and alcohol put more strain on aging bodies if consumed regularly. Prioritizing fresh, whole food alternatives supports better health and longevity. That's all for this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.